The beginning. The German submarine U-47, a formidable type WWII U-boat, left an indelible mark on the history of World War II. Born from the renowned Friedrich Krupp German Werft shipyard in Kiel, Germany, this impressive vessel was laid down on February 25, 1937. After months of meticulous construction, U-47 was finally launched on October 29, 1938, ready to prove its mettle in the unforgiving waters of the Atlantic. Under the capable command of Günther Prien, a skilled and determined captain, U-47 embarked on its first patrol on August 19, 1939. Little did the crew know that their submarine would soon become one of the most successful and feared German U-boats of the entire war. With each passing mission, U-47's reputation grew, as it wreaked havoc on enemy shipping lanes and struck fear into the hearts of Allied sailors. Throughout its illustrious career, U-47 demonstrated its prowess by sinking an astonishing 31 enemy vessels, totaling a staggering 162,769 gross register tons, GRT. Among its most notable victories was the sinking of the mighty British battleship HMS Royal Oak, a feat that showcased the submarine's stealth, precision, and destructive power. In addition to its sinking record, U-47 also managed to damage 9 other vessels, amounting to an additional 62,751 GRT, further cementing its status as a force to be reckoned with. However, the tale of U-47 is not one of uninterrupted triumph. The submarine's mysterious disappearance in March 1941 has left historians and naval enthusiasts speculating about its ultimate fate. It is believed that the vessel, along with its brave crew of 45 sailors, vanished without a trace in the treacherous waters near the Rockall Bank and Trough. The loss of U-47 and its skilled crew was a significant blow to the German war effort and a stark reminder of the perils faced by submariners during the conflict. In a remarkable turn of events, a piece of U-47's legacy resurfaced more than 7 decades after its disappearance. In 2016, one of the faulty torpedoes fired during the attack on HMS Royal Oak was discovered and identified. This stunning find served as a tangible reminder of the submarine's place in history and the bravery of its crew, who risked their lives in the name of their country. The story of U-47 and its crew continues to captivate people around the world. Its incredible successes, combined with the mystery surrounding its ultimate fate, have solidified its position as one of the most remarkable German U-boats of World War II. The sacrifices made by the men who served on this vessel will never be forgotten, as their courage and determination in the face of adversity serve as an enduring testament to the human spirit. As we reflect on the legacy of U-47, we are reminded of the profound impact that a single vessel and its crew can have on the course of history. The submarine story is one of bravery, resilience, and the unyielding pursuit of victory in the face of overwhelming odds. It is a tale that will continue to inspire generations to come, ensuring that the memory of U-47 and its valiant crew will endure for eternity. U-47, a German-type WWII submarine, was a technological marvel of its time. Building upon the design of the shorter-type WWII submarines, U-47 boasted impressive specifications that set it apart from its predecessors. When surfaced, the vessel had a displacement of 753 tons, 741 long tons, which increased to 857 tons, 843 long tons, when submerged, allowing it to navigate the depths with ease. Measuring an impressive 66.50 meters, 218 feet 2 in total length, U-47 had a pressure hull length of 48.80 meters, 160 feet 1 in. The submarine's beam spanned 6.20 meters, 20 feet 4 in, while its height reached 9.50 meters, 31 feet 2 in. With a draft of 4.74 meters, 15 feet 7 in, U-47 was well equipped to handle the challenges of underwater warfare. Powering this formidable vessel were 2 German Werft F-46 4-stroke, 6-cylinder supercharged diesel engines. These engines, capable of producing between 2,800 and 3,200 PS, 2,060 to 2,350 kilowatts, 2,760 to 3,160 shp, propelled the submarine while it navigated on the surface. When submerged, U-47 relied on 2 IG 468-276 double-acting electric motors, which generated a total of 750 PS, 550 kilowatts, 740 shp. The submarine's 2 shafts and 2 1.23-meter, 4 feet, propellers allowed it to slice through the water with remarkable efficiency. U-47 was designed to withstand the crushing pressure of the deep sea, capable of operating at depths of up to 230 meters, 750 feet. Its maximum surface speed reached an impressive 17.9 knots, 33.2 kilometers per hour, 20.6 miles per hour, while its submerged speed topped out at 8 knots, 15 kilometers per hour, 9.2 miles per hour. When cruising below the waves, the boat had a range of 90 nautical miles, 170 kilometers, 100 miles, at a speed of 4 knots, 7.4 kilometers per hour, 4.6 miles per hour. On the surface, U-47's endurance was even more remarkable, able to cover 8,700 nautical miles, 16,100 kilometers, 10,000 miles, at a speed of 10 knots, 19 kilometers per hour, 12 miles per hour. To ensure its effectiveness in combat, U-47 was armed with a formidable array of weapons. The submarine featured 5 53.3 centimeters, 21 in, torpedo tubes, with 4 located at the bow and 1 at the stern. These tubes were loaded with 14 torpedoes, ready to be launched at unsuspecting targets. In addition, U-47 carried one 8.8 centimeters, 3.46 in, SKC/35 naval gun, along with 220 rounds of ammunition, allowing it to engage enemy vessels on the surface. For anti-aircraft defense, the boat was equipped with one 2 centimeters, 0.79 in, C/30 gun. Manning this impressive submarine was a crew of between 44 and 60 highly trained sailors. These brave men worked together to ensure the smooth operation of U-47, from navigating the vessel through treacherous waters to maintaining its complex systems and weaponry. The design and specifications of U-47 made it a force to be reckoned with during World War II. Its combination of speed, endurance, and firepower allowed it to successfully complete numerous patrols and engage enemy ships, cementing its place in naval history as one of the most effective German submarines of the conflict. The German submarine U-47 had a remarkable service history during World War II, leaving a lasting impact on the course of the conflict. Over the span of its operational career, U-47 embarked on 10 combat patrols, spending a total of 238 days navigating the treacherous waters of the Atlantic Ocean. During these missions, the submarine and its skilled crew demonstrated their prowess and effectiveness in engaging enemy vessels. U-47's success in combat was nothing short of extraordinary. The submarine managed to sink an astonishing 31 enemy ships, which amounted to a total of 162,769 gross register tons, GRT, and 29,150 tons. These victories dealt significant blows to the Allied war effort, disrupting supply lines and striking fear into the hearts of merchant sailors. In addition to the ships it sent to the bottom of the ocean, U-47 also damaged 8 more vessels, further showcasing its ability to wreak havoc on enemy shipping. The crew of U-47 faced constant danger and hardship during their time at sea. The life of a submariner was one of confinement, uncertainty, and the ever-present threat of enemy attack. Despite these challenges, the men who served aboard U-47 displayed remarkable bravery, skill, and dedication to their mission. However, the submarine's success did not come without sacrifice. On September 5, 1940, Heinrich Manteich, a member of U-47's crew, tragically fell overboard and was lost at sea, serving as a somber reminder of the perils faced by those who served on submarines during the war. U-47's incredible run of success came to a mysterious end in March 1941. The submarine disappeared without a trace, leaving behind no clues as to its ultimate fate. The loss of U-47 and its crew was a significant blow to the German war effort, as the submarine had proven itself to be one of the most effective weapons in the Kriegsmarine's arsenal. The disappearance of U-47 also served as a stark reminder of the inherent dangers and uncertainties of submarine warfare, where even the most successful vessels could vanish without warning. Despite its untimely demise, the legacy of U-47 and its crew endures to this day. The submarine's remarkable service record and the bravery of its sailors continue to inspire and fascinate naval enthusiasts and historians alike. The stories of the ships it sank, the battles it fought, and the men who served aboard it have become an integral part of the narrative of World War II, cementing U-47's place in the annals of naval history. In the end, the tale of U-47 serves as a testament to the skill, courage, and sacrifice of the submariners who risked their lives beneath the waves. Though the submarine and its crew may be gone, their legacy lives on, reminding us of the pivotal role they played in shaping the course of the war and the immense challenges they faced in doing so. First Patrol. U-47, a German-type WWII submarine, was assigned to the 7th U-boat flotilla on the day of its commissioning, December 17, 1938. The submarine remained an operational boat in the flotilla throughout its entire career, proving to be a formidable force in the Battle of the Atlantic. In a strategic move designed to maximize its effectiveness, U-47 was sent out to sea 2 weeks before the outbreak of World War II, allowing it to engage enemy vessels as soon as hostilities commenced. On August 19, 1939, U-47 departed from the port of Kiel, embarking on its first war patrol. The submarine circumnavigated the British Isles and entered the Bay of Biscay to patrol Area I, ready to strike at any enemy ships it encountered. When war was officially declared on September 3, the submarine's commander, Günther Prien, received orders to initiate attacks on British vessels. However, no targets were encountered on the first day of the conflict. The following day, news of the sinking of SS Athenia by another German submarine, U-30, reached Prien, along with strict orders to adhere to the submarine protocol, which governed the conduct of submarine warfare. During this time, U-47 encountered several neutral Greek and other vessels, which Prien either inspected and released or declined to stop, demonstrating a measure of restraint in the early days of the war. On September 5, U-47's first watch officer, Engelbert Endras, spotted SS Bosnia zigzagging in a darkened state. Prien, seizing the opportunity, surfaced the submarine and fired upon the ship, prompting its crew to abandon the vessel. In an act of compassion and adherence to maritime traditions, U-47's crew assisted the sailors of Bosnia, helping them set up a lifeboat and bringing them aboard the submarine until a Norwegian vessel arrived to take the survivors to safety. Once the crew was secure, Prien sank Bosnia with a single well-aimed torpedo, sending the ship and its cargo of sulfur to the bottom of the ocean. The next day, U-47 encountered the larger British freighter SS Rio Carlo. Prien, employing similar tactics, initiated a gun attack on the merchant ship. After the crew abandoned the vessel, he sank it with a torpedo, demonstrating the submarine's effectiveness in neutralizing enemy shipping. While inspecting the lifeboats and ensuring the survivors had adequate provisions, an aircraft appeared, forcing U-47 to dive and depart the area, leaving the rescue of the survivors to other vessels in the vicinity. On September 7, Prien and his crew encountered yet another British freighter, SS Gartaven. Initiating an attack, U-47 destroyed the ship's mast and radio antenna, rendering it unable to call for help. In a surprising turn of events, the crew of Gartaven had rigged the ship to get underway and attempt to ram the submarine after they had departed in a lifeboat. Prien, demonstrating his skill and quick thinking, managed to avoid the abandoned vessel. After the Gartaven's crew declined his offer to fetch a second lifeboat, Prien left them to their fate, confident in their ability to survive. He then returned to the damaged freighter and, after a torpedo malfunction, used the deck gun to sink the ship and its cargo of iron ore, denying the enemy valuable resources. U-47's first patrol, which concluded with its arrival back in Kiel on September 15, 1939, resulted in the sinking of 3 vessels totaling 8,270 GRT. This successful debut set the stage for the submarine's future patrols and established it as a force to be reckoned with in the Battle of the Atlantic. The bravery, skill, and determination displayed by Prien and his crew during this initial foray into enemy waters would become hallmarks of U-47's service throughout World War II, cementing its place in naval history as one of Germany's most renowned and effective submarines. Sinking of HMS Royal Oak. The sinking of HMS Royal Oak by U-47 on October 14, 1939, was a significant event in the early stages of World War II, demonstrating the effectiveness and daring of German U-boat operations. Just 6 days after leaving port on her second patrol, U-47, under the command of Günther Prien, achieved a remarkable feat by penetrating the defenses of the Royal Navy's primary base at Scapa Flow. Despite the fact that most of the home fleet was not present at the time, Prien and his crew managed to locate a high-value target, the battleship HMS Royal Oak. Once U-47 had maneuvered into position, Prien ordered the firing of the submarine's torpedoes. The first 2 salvos, however, failed to cause significant damage, merely severing an anchor chain. Undeterred, the crew quickly reloaded the bow tubes and fired a final salvo of 3 torpedoes, which struck Royal Oak with devastating effect. The battleship began to take on water rapidly, with severe flooding exacerbated by open portholes. As the list increased to a staggering 45 degrees, Royal Oak succumbed to her wounds and sank within a mere 15 minutes, tragically claiming the lives of more than 800 brave sailors. The successful attack on Royal Oak brought Prien instant fame and recognition within the Kriegsmarine. He was bestowed with the nickname _Der Stier von Scapa Flow _ the Bull of Scapa Flow, and the image of a snorting bull was proudly painted on the conning tower of U-47, soon becoming the emblem of the entire 7th U-boat flotilla. In recognition of his outstanding achievement, Prien was awarded the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross, becoming the first U-boat sailor and the second member of the Kriegsmarine to receive this prestigious decoration. The rest of U-47's crew members were also honored with the Iron Cross, a testament to their bravery and skill. Later in the war, 2 other U-47 crew members, Chief Engineer Johann Friedrich Wessels and First Watch Officer Engelbert Endras, would also earn the Knight's Cross for their exceptional service. The legacy of U-47's attack on Royal Oak endured long after the end of the war. In a remarkable twist of fate, one of the unexploded torpedoes fired by U-47 during the attack resurfaced in September 2002, having rested on the bottom of Scapa Flow for over 6 decades. The torpedo, minus its warhead, drifted towards the shore before being spotted by a crewman aboard the Norwegian tanker Petrotrim. A Royal Navy tugboat quickly intercepted the wayward torpedo and, after identifying it as a relic from U-47's famous attack 63 years earlier, explosive ordnance disposal personnel safely discarded it a mile from shore, ensuring that this piece of history would not pose a threat to modern maritime traffic. The sinking of HMS Royal Oak by U-47 remains a testament to the skill, determination, and bravery of German U-boat crews in the early stages of World War II. The attack dealt a significant blow to British naval pride and served as a stark reminder of the dangers posed by submarine warfare. For Günther Prien and his crew, it was a defining moment that solidified their place in the annals of naval history and set the stage for further daring exploits in the Battle of the Atlantic. 3rd Patrol. After the resounding success of sinking HMS Royal Oak, the crew of U-47 was celebrated as heroes in Berlin. Günther Prien and his men were personally received by Adolf Hitler and decorated for their outstanding achievement. The lavish reception served as a testament to the significance of their victory and the importance of the U-boat force in the German war effort. Emboldened by their recent triumph, U-47 set out on its 3rd patrol on November 16, 1939. Departing from the port of Kiel, the submarine ventured into the treacherous waters of the North Sea, navigating around the British Isles and into the Bay of Biscay and the English Channel. During this patrol, Prien and his crew continued to demonstrate their skill and effectiveness, sinking an additional 3 vessels. On December 5, U-47 encountered and sank the British vessel Navasota. However, the attack did not go unnoticed, and British destroyers quickly responded by dropping depth charges in an attempt to neutralize the German submarine. Prien, drawing upon his expertise and the capabilities of his boat, managed to evade the attack without sustaining any damage, a testament to the resilience and agility of U-47 and her crew. The following day, December 6, U-47 struck again, this time targeting the Norwegian steamer MV Brita. The submarine's torpedoes found their mark, and the vessel was sent to the bottom of the sea. Just a day later, on December 7, U-47 claimed its 3rd victim of the patrol, the Dutch ship Tajanden. These successes further solidified the reputation of U-47 and her crew as one of the most formidable U-boat units in the German Kriegsmarine. The 3rd patrol of U-47 showcased the growing confidence and expertise of Günther Prien and his crew. Their ability to locate and destroy enemy shipping, even in the face of British countermeasures, demonstrated the effectiveness of the German U-boat force and the critical role it would play throughout the Battle of the Atlantic. The sinking of 3 more vessels, coming on the heels of the spectacular attack on HMS Royal Oak, served to underscore the vulnerability of Allied shipping and the need for more effective anti-submarine warfare tactics. As U-47 continued to prowl the waters around the British Isles, it became increasingly clear that the U-boat menace would pose a significant challenge to the Allied war effort in the months and years to come. For Prien and his crew, the 3rd patrol was a continuation of their earlier success and a confirmation of their status as one of the most skilled and daring U-boat crews in the German Navy. Their exploits would inspire their fellow submariners and strike fear into the hearts of Allied sailors, setting the stage for the intense and prolonged battle for control of the Atlantic that would define much of the naval war in Europe. 4th Patrol. U-47 embarked on her 4th patrol on March 11, 1940, setting out from the German port of Wilhelmshaven. Günther Prien and his crew were determined to continue their string of successes and to disrupt Allied shipping in the North Sea. For nearly 3 weeks, the submarine scoured the frigid waters, searching for any signs of enemy convoys. Despite their best efforts, the patrol proved to be less fruitful than their previous ventures. The Allied convoys, having learned from past encounters with German U-boats, had become more adept at evading detection and protecting their ships. The increased presence of British naval vessels and aircraft also made it more challenging for U-47 to operate with impunity. After 19 days of relentless searching, U-47 finally managed to locate and engage a target. On March 25, the submarine encountered the Danish steam merchantman Brita north of Scotland. Prien, seizing the opportunity, ordered his crew to launch a torpedo attack. The torpedo found its mark, and the Brita was successfully sunk, adding another victory to U-47's tally. However, this single sinking would prove to be the only success of the 4th patrol. The challenges posed by improved Allied defenses and the vastness of the North Sea made it difficult for U-47 to locate and destroy additional targets. Despite the best efforts of Prien and his crew, the submarine was unable to replicate the spectacular results of its earlier patrols. After the sinking of the Brita, U-47 continued to search for further opportunities to strike against Allied shipping. However, as the days passed without any further encounters, it became clear that the patrol had run its course. With supplies running low and no immediate prospects for further success, Prien made the decision to return to base. On March 29, 1940, U-47 arrived back in Wilhelmshaven, concluding her fourth patrol. While the sinking of the Brita had provided a measure of success, the overall results of the patrol were less impressive than the crew had hoped for. Nonetheless, the experience served as a valuable lesson in the ever-evolving nature of submarine warfare and the need to continually adapt tactics in the face of improving enemy defenses. For Prien and his crew, the fourth patrol was a reminder that even the most skilled and experienced U-boat teams would face increasing challenges as the war progressed. The Allied forces were learning from their losses and developing more effective countermeasures, making it more difficult for German submarines to operate with the same level of success they had enjoyed in the early months of the conflict. Despite the disappointment of the fourth patrol, U-47 and her crew remained determined to continue their fight against Allied shipping. They knew that their efforts, even if not always as spectacular as their earlier victories, were still playing a crucial role in the larger German war effort. As they looked ahead to future patrols, Prien and his men remained committed to the cause, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead in the battle for control of the Atlantic. Fifth Patrol. U-47 set out on her fifth patrol from Wilhelmshaven on April 3, 1940, venturing once more into the treacherous waters of the North Sea. Günther Prien and his crew were determined to build upon their earlier successes and to strike a blow against the Allied war effort. However, this patrol would prove to be a departure from their previous ventures, as they encountered increasing resistance and challenges from the enemy forces. As U-47 prowled the North Sea, the crew remained vigilant, searching for any signs of Allied shipping. The U-boats' previous successes had put the Allied navies on high alert, and they had intensified their efforts to protect their vessels and to hunt down German submarines. This increased resistance made it more difficult for U-47 to locate and engage targets, as the enemy's anti-submarine warfare tactics continued to improve. Despite the challenges, Prien and his crew remained determined to strike against the enemy. Around April 19, they spotted an opportunity to attack a high-value target, the British battleship HMS Royal. The Warspite was a formidable opponent, a symbol of British naval power, and sinking her would have been a significant victory for U-47 and the German Kriegsmarine. Prien, drawing upon his skill and experience, maneuvered U-47 into position and ordered the firing of a torpedo aimed at the Warspite. The crew waited anxiously as the torpedo sped towards its target, hoping to see the massive battleship erupt in flames and sink beneath the waves. However, fortune did not favor the Germans on this day. The torpedo either missed its target entirely or failed to detonate upon impact, leaving the Warspite unscathed. The failed attack did not go unnoticed by the British forces. Several destroyers in the vicinity quickly sprang into action, determined to hunt down and destroy the German submarine that had dared to fire upon their battleship. The destroyers deployed depth charges, hoping to force U-47 to the surface or to crush her beneath the weight of the explosions. Prien and his crew found themselves in a desperate struggle for survival. The depth charges exploded around them, shaking the submarine and testing the nerves of even the most seasoned sailors. However, through a combination of skill, luck, and the sturdy construction of U-47, the submarine managed to evade the British counterattack and escape to safety. The fifth patrol of U-47 marked a turning point in the submarine's career. For the first time, Prien and his crew returned to base without having sunk a single enemy vessel. The failed attack on the Warspite and the narrow escape from the British destroyers served as stark reminders of the increasing challenges faced by German U-boats as the war progressed. Despite the disappointment of the patrol, Prien and his crew remained undaunted. They knew that setbacks were an inevitable part of warfare and that they would have to adapt their tactics and strategies to overcome the improving Allied defenses. The experience of the 5th Patrol only served to strengthen their resolve and to deepen their commitment to the German war effort. As U-47 prepared for future patrols, her crew took the lessons learned from their recent experiences to heart. They knew that the battle for control of the Atlantic would only grow more intense and that they would have to rely on their skills, determination, and the bonds of camaraderie forged through shared adversity to continue the fight against the Allied forces. 6th Patrol. U-47's 6th Patrol proved to be a resounding success, a testament to the skill and determination of her crew and the effectiveness of the German Wolfpack tactics. Setting out from Kiel on June 3, 1940, the submarine ventured into the North Sea and made her way to the southern coast of Ireland, where she joined forces with 6 other U-boats to form the formidable Wolfpack Prien. The pack's target was convoy HX-47, a vital lifeline of supplies and reinforcements for the Allied war effort. On June 14, U-47 struck the first blow, sinking the British SS Balmoralwood and setting the stage for a month of devastating attacks on enemy shipping. Over the course of the next 3 weeks, U-47 and her fellow pack members wreaked havoc on the convoy, sinking ship after ship with ruthless efficiency. On June 21, the submarine claimed her second victim, the San Fernando, followed by the Catherine on the 24th. Just 3 days later, on June 27, U-47 achieved a remarkable double victory, sinking both the Lenda and the Letitia in quick succession. The submarine's success continued unabated, with the sinking of the Empire Toucan on June 29 and the Georgios Kyriakides on the 30th. However, perhaps the most notable victory of the patrol came on July 2, when U-47 torpedoed and sank the SS Air Andorra Star, a British passenger ship that had been converted into a troopship. The loss of the Air Andorra Star was a significant blow to the Allied war effort and a tragic loss of life, with over 800 souls perishing in the attack. After 34 days at sea and a tally of 8 enemy vessels sunk, U-47 returned triumphantly to Kiel on July 6, 1940. The success of the 6th Patrol was a testament to the bravery and skill of Günther Prien and his crew, as well as the effectiveness of the wolf pack strategy employed by the German Kriegsmarine. The sinking of convoy HX-47 dealt a significant blow to the Allied war effort, disrupting the flow of supplies and reinforcements across the Atlantic and demonstrating the growing threat posed by German U-boats. The patrol also served to cement U-47's reputation as one of the most successful and feared submarines of the war, a reputation that would only grow in the months and years to come. For Prien and his crew, the 6th Patrol was a validation of their training, experience, and dedication to the German cause. The bond between the men, forged through countless hours of shared danger and hardship, had been tested and proven unbreakable. They knew that the war would only grow more challenging as the Allies adapted their tactics and strengthened their defenses, but they remained confident in their ability to strike fear into the hearts of their enemies and to play a vital role in the larger German war effort. As U-47 prepared for future patrols, her crew carried with them the memory of their fallen comrades and the knowledge that their sacrifices had not been in vain. They were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, secure in the belief that their skill, courage, and determination would see them through the darkest days of the war and lead them to ultimate victory. 7th Patrol. U-47 embarked on her 7th Patrol with a renewed sense of purpose, setting out to strike fear into the hearts of the enemy and to disrupt the vital supply lines that sustained the Allied war effort. Heading north of the British Isles and into the treacherous waters of the North Atlantic, south of Iceland, the submarine began a 30-day mission that would prove to be one of her most successful to date. On September 2, 1940, just days after leaving port, U-47 scored her first victory of the patrol, sinking the Belgian passenger ship Ville de Mons. The loss of the vessel was a tragic blow to the Belgian people, who had already suffered greatly under the yoke of German occupation. Undeterred by the risk of enemy retaliation, Prien and his crew pressed on, sinking the British vessel Titan on September 4. Just 3 days later, on September 7, U-47 achieved a remarkable triple victory, sinking the Gros, José de Larrinaga, and Neptunian in quick succession. These losses dealt a significant blow to the Allied merchant fleet and underscored the growing effectiveness of the German U-boat campaign. U-47's success continued on September 9, when she sank the Greek merchant ship Poseidon. The attack served as a stark reminder that no vessel, regardless of its nationality, was safe from the reach of German submarines. On September 21, U-47 encountered the British merchant ship Elmbank and managed to damage her severely. Although the Elmbank did not sink, the attack demonstrated the skill and tenacity of Prien and his crew, who were willing to engage any target that crossed their path. After a month at sea and a tally of 6 enemy vessels sunk and 1 damaged, U-47 made her way to the French port of Lorient on September 25. The port, which had fallen under German control following the decisive Battle of France, provided a welcome respite for the crew and an opportunity to resupply and refurbish the submarine for future patrols. The success of the 7th Patrol was a testament to the skill and determination of U-47's crew, as well as the effectiveness of the German U-boat strategy. The sinking of merchant ships and passenger vessels not only disrupted the flow of supplies and reinforcements to the Allied forces but also struck a psychological blow to the enemy, eroding their morale and confidence. For Prien and his men, the 7th Patrol was a source of pride and a validation of their commitment to the German war effort. They knew that each successful mission brought them one step closer to ultimate victory and that their sacrifices were not in vain. As U-47 rested in the port of Lorient, her crew took the opportunity to reflect on their achievements and to steel themselves for the challenges that lay ahead. They knew that the Allies would not rest until the U-boat threat was eliminated and that they would have to constantly adapt their tactics and strategies to stay one step ahead of the enemy. Despite the dangers and the hardships, Prien and his crew remained resolute in their determination to see the war through to its conclusion. They were ready to face whatever challenges the future might bring, secure in the knowledge that their skill, courage, and unity would see them through the darkest days of the conflict and lead them to victory. 8th Patrol. U-47 set out on her 8th patrol from the port of Lorient on October 14, 1940, eager to continue her string of successes and to strike another blow against the Allied war effort. Although the patrol lasted only 10 days, it would prove to be one of the most intense and productive periods in the submarine's career. Just 5 days into the patrol, on October 19, U-47 encountered the British vessel Chirac and managed to damage her severely. However, this was only the beginning of a remarkable 48-hour period that would showcase the skill and determination of Prien and his crew. Later that same day, U-47 sank 2 British registered vessels, the Uganda and the Wanbai, in quick succession. The attacks dealt a significant blow to the British merchant fleet and demonstrated the growing effectiveness of the German U-boat campaign. The following day, October 20, U-47 continued her streak of victories, damaging the British vessel Athol Monarch and sinking both La Estancia and Whitford Point. These losses further underscored the vulnerability of Allied shipping and the need for more effective countermeasures against the U-boat threat. In just 2 days, U-47 had sunk 4 enemy vessels and damaged a further 2, a remarkable achievement that spoke to the skill and efficiency of her crew. The success of the 8th Patrol was a testament to the training, experience, and dedication of the men who served aboard the submarine, as well as the effectiveness of the German U-boat strategy. After 10 days at sea, U-47 returned to the port of Lorient on October 23, 1940, her mission accomplished and her reputation as one of the most feared and effective submarines of the war further enhanced. For Prien and his crew, the 8th Patrol was a source of pride and a validation of their commitment to the German war effort. They knew that each successful mission brought them one step closer to ultimate victory and that their sacrifices were not in vain. As the submarine rested in port, her crew took the opportunity to reflect on their achievements and to prepare for the challenges that lay ahead. They knew that the Allies would stop at nothing to eliminate the U-boat threat and that they would have to constantly adapt their tactics and strategies to stay ahead of the enemy. Despite the dangers and the hardships, the men of U-47 remained resolute in their determination to see the war through to its conclusion. They were ready to face whatever challenges the future might bring, secure in the knowledge that their skill, courage, and unity would see them through the darkest days of the conflict and lead them to victory. The 8th Patrol of U-47 had once again demonstrated the devastating effectiveness of the German U-boat campaign and the crucial role that submarines would play in the larger context of the war. As the world watched and waited, the crew of U-47 prepared to embark on their next mission, ready to strike fear into the hearts of their enemies and to make their mark on the annals of naval history. 9th Patrol. On November 3, 1940, U-47 embarked on her 9th patrol, leaving the port of Lorient and setting out into the vast expanse of the North Atlantic. Her mission was clear: to seek out and destroy Allied convoys, disrupting the vital supply lines that sustained the British war effort. As the submarine prowled the icy waters, her crew remained vigilant, scanning the horizon for any sign of enemy activity. Their patience and skill were soon rewarded, as U-47 encountered and damaged 3 Allied vessels in quick succession. The first to fall victim to the submarine's torpedoes was the Gonçalo Velho, a Portuguese cargo ship that had the misfortune of crossing U-47's path. The attack left the vessel crippled and struggling to stay afloat, a testament to the devastating power of the German U-boat. Next came the Conch, a British tanker that had been tasked with supplying the Allied forces with the fuel they needed to keep their ships and planes in the fight. U-47's torpedoes struck the tanker with unerring precision, causing significant damage and forcing her crew to abandon ship. The third vessel to fall victim to U-47 during her 9th patrol was the Dunsley, another British cargo ship that had been carrying vital supplies to the front lines. The submarine's attack left the Dunsley badly damaged and struggling to stay afloat, a stark reminder of the ever-present danger posed by German U-boats. However, U-47's most significant victory during her 9th patrol came with the sinking of the Ville d'Arlen, a Belgian cargo ship that had been transporting much-needed supplies to the Allied forces. The loss of the Ville d'Arlen was a severe blow to the Allied war effort and a testament to the skill and determination of Prien and his crew. After a month at sea, U-47 returned to the port of Lorient on December 6, 1940, Her mission accomplished and her reputation as one of the most feared and effective submarines of the war further cemented. The patrol had been a resounding success, with 3 enemy vessels damaged and 1 sunk, a tally that spoke to the dedication and expertise of the men who served aboard the submarine. Upon their return to Lorient, Prien and his crew were greeted as heroes, their achievements celebrated by their fellow submariners and the German High Command alike. In a symbolic gesture of their success, Kretschmer, one of U-47's officers, presented Adolf Hitler with a lifebelt from the Konk, the British tanker that the submarine had damaged during her patrol. The 9th Patrol of U-47 had once again demonstrated the crucial role that submarines would play in the larger context of the war, as well as the bravery and skill of the men who served aboard them. As the crew rested and refitted their vessel in preparation for their next mission, they could take pride in the knowledge that they had struck a significant blow against the enemy and brought the German war effort one step closer to victory. Little did they know, however, that their 10th and final patrol would be their most perilous yet, a mission that would test their courage and determination like never before and ultimately seal their place in the annals of naval history. 10th Patrol and Disappearance. U-47 departed Lorient on February 20, 1941 for her 10th and last patrol. She went missing on March 7, 1941 while attacking convoy OB-293. No definite explanation for her loss has been given. The Kriegsmarine at the time reported that U-47 sank with no survivors. Günther Prien and his crew of 45 were never seen or heard from again. There are several theories about U-47's fate, but none have been proven. The most plausible theory is that she was sunk by the British destroyer HMS Wolverine west of Ireland, based on reports from the German U-boats UA and U-70, which witnessed an explosion at the position where U-47 had dived. Another theory suggests that U-47 was possibly sunk by the British submarine HMS Thunderbolt, but there is no record of such an engagement. A third theory suggests that U-47 may have been sunk by a ferry swordfish bomber operating from the British escort carrier HMS Vindex, but this theory has not been substantiated. Despite the lack of a definitive explanation, the loss of U-47 and her crew was a significant blow to the German submarine fleet. Günther Prien had been one of the most successful and respected U-boat commanders of the war, and his loss was deeply felt by his fellow submariners and the German High Command. For the families of the crew members, the disappearance of U-47 was a tragedy that would haunt them for years to come. With no bodies to bury and no definitive answers about what had happened to their loved ones, they were left to grapple with the pain of uncertainty and loss. In the end, the fate of U-47 and her crew remains one of the enduring mysteries of the Battle of the Atlantic. Despite the best efforts of historians and researchers, the true story of what happened to the submarine on that fateful day in March 1941 may never be known. What is certain, however, is that the legacy of U-47 and her crew will endure. Their bravery, skill, and dedication to the German war effort have earned them a place in the annals of naval history, and their story will continue to inspire and fascinate generations to come. As we remember the men of U-47 and all those who lost their lives in the Battle of the Atlantic, we are reminded of the terrible cost of war and the sacrifices that were made by so many on all sides of the conflict. May their memory never be forgotten, and may their legacy continue to inspire us to strive for a world of peace and understanding. Thanks for watching, The Animated General. Out.